Hello, well I'm with the Bodgers and we're having a lovely time making some baskets out of leather and tree bark. We were intending actually to make them all out of tree bark, but we found we didn't have enough tree bark, so we're actually doing a mixture of both types. But yeah, very interesting, lots of different styles you can do here, and I just thought I'd show you some of the different styles of baskets that you can make. So that's tree bark, quite a few of these are tree bark, but some of them are done with paper, that's sewn tree bark. It is quite interesting the variations you can get. It doesn't stop at obviously just ordinary basket type shapes. You can make trays, little lids for trays. You can make even things completely different, not baskets, out of the bark. So you can make things like crosses and other shapes and decorations and things. Quite interesting seeing how they're done. What I'll do in the film, I'll show you my attempts. I started off with leather, meaning to go onto bark. I have to be honest, I had a bit of a disastrous day because everything seemed to go wrong. But I'll show you what I did with the leather and I'll point out my mistakes because I think it's quite good to learn from that. Some of my friends were doing an excellent job making very nice bark ones. So it really was a good mixture of different styles coming out. This one's done with paper. You can get different designs, you can get straight sort of patterns, you can get zigzag patterns. In fact, you can do all sorts of things. As I say, I started making some using strips of leather and just, wanted to get the idea first before going on to bark. I made a few fairly basic errors, which I'll have to try and sort out another time. So I learned a lot. It's one of those days, everything goes wrong, things don't go to plan, but you learn a lot. But some of my friends were doing very well indeed. That's a paper basket made out of paper. Quite wasteful on material, that kind of design. The slanty design, you use less bark or less material. And this is what I was saying about you can make other things out of the bark. So it's a nice little cross there. And even mats and things. That's out, I think, raffia. So selection of materials. So here's my work. You have to start off with an even number of strips and they're all about 2 foot long and about 1 inch wide. That's what we were doing to get a reasonable sized basket. And you start off basically just by doing a standard weave, so weaving one over the other. This person's been rather clever here. They've actually got nice alternating one side of the bark and then the other side. Here's another one being very skillfully made by one of my friends in leather. So you'll see mine in a minute and I'll give you a little bit of talk through that I filmed on the day of me doing it. And then afterwards I'll point out a few of my problems and mistakes. Starting my corner in the middle, and that's why you've got to have an even number of strips, and folding it over, and then I've just folded over its neighbour as well. Then it's over and under weaving. Underneath and over. So I'm just doing the same basket weaving. I'll get a peg in there. Then it is just repeating the same weave. Like that. And then the third one again, same idea, complete the weave, so that goes under, that goes over, that will go over. So yeah, once again you've got this pattern continuing. I think that's the idea. They would work, but are they going to be... So now looking at this one, I've got two corners, and now I need to make my next corner there and the other corner there. Right, so I've now got a new base, and my corners, that's my old corner, it's sort of gone up, and that's the case all around, the corners go up. Right. Mine's looking good on one side, but I'm totally in a mess, but just sort of keep going, I think. At this point, I was feeling quite pleased with myself. I had a sort of presentable looking, basket, and it seemed okay. What I hadn't appreciated was I hadn't done all my weaving correctly with over, under. And I had a few where I had two sort of longer squares. So I'd missed, here's one, you see, where I'm pointing now with my finger. I'd obviously missed, and again with the one beside it. It is quite difficult actually to get it. You end up with all this sort of mass of material and you're trying to feed it through. The corner was a fundamental mistake there. You should think at every point you should get, in this case, an inch square. You shouldn't have any where they're not an exact inch square. Some of my friends were trying the bark, some were trying the leather, and I must say they did a very nice job of it all. I don't know why I was having a bad day, but here are the strips of bark being cut. I have posted a separate film actually on harvesting bark. I'll put a link in the description below, but it shows you how we actually get the bark off the tree and how we can prepare it, etc. But that's in a separate film. You get this sort of mass, I had the same with the leather, of sort of bits everywhere, but then it suddenly comes together, and this is a very nice one being done here with a top circle of bark being sewn on and got lovely alternating colours there. So it's very good all in all. This is what you should have perhaps aspire to. A whole backpack wasn't made on the day, but made out of bark. Again, very impressive. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next film.